Africa, known for its vibrant cultures and breathtaking landscapes, is grappling with fear and despair. Chilling discoveries have cast a dark shadow over the continent, leaving communities in shock. The Democratic Republic of Congo faces a mysterious disease and the monkeypox virus. In South Africa, a horrifying discovery has sent shockwaves through the nation. A group led by a traditional healer has been exposed for dark magic rituals. Can Africa find the strength to overcome these challenges and emerge from the shadows? Deep within the dense rainforests of the Democratic Republic of Congo, a silent killer has emerged. A mysterious disease, its origins unknown, is spreading like wildfire, claiming the lives of innocent people, many of them children. The disease, characterized by fever, vomiting, and internal bleeding, has baffled health officials who are struggling to identify the pathogen responsible. Hospitals are overwhelmed with patients, their resources stretched thin as they race against time to find a cure. The remote villages scattered throughout the rainforest have been hit the hardest. Lack of access to healthcare and basic sanitation has exacerbated the spread of the disease, leaving communities vulnerable and desperate. Fear and panic have gripped the region as the death toll continues to rise, with no end in sight. The Congolese government, already grappling with multiple crises, has been slow to respond to the outbreak. International aid organizations are working tirelessly to provide medical assistance and contain the spread of the disease, but the situation remains dire. The world watches with bated breath as this unknown killer continues its reign of terror in the heart of Africa. As if the mysterious disease wasn't enough, the Democratic Republic of Congo is now facing another deadly threat: monkeypox. This viral disease, known for its painful skin lesions and flu-like symptoms, has been spreading rapidly through the country, adding to the already overwhelming burden on the healthcare system. Monkeypox is a zoonotic disease, meaning it can be transmitted from animals to humans. While it is less deadly than its close relative smallpox, it can still cause severe illness and even death, particularly in young children and individuals with weakened immune systems. The outbreak in the Congo has been linked to contact with infected animals such as rodents and primates, which are commonly hunted for food in the region. The virus can spread through bites, scratches, or contact with bodily fluids of infected animals. The Congolese government, with the support of international health organizations, has launched a vaccination campaign to curb the spread of monkeypox. However, the logistical challenges of reaching remote communities in the densely forested region remain a significant obstacle. From the depths of the Congo rainforest, our attention shifts to the bustling streets of South Africa, where a different kind of horror has unfolded. In a quiet suburb, behind closed doors, a chilling discovery has sent shockwaves through the nation. A group practicing dark magic rituals involving human body parts. The discovery was made after a tip-off from a concerned citizen who reported suspicious activity at a house in the neighborhood. Police raided the premises only to uncover a scene straight out of a nightmare. Human remains, dismembered and carefully preserved, were found scattered throughout the house alongside ritualistic paraphernalia and charms. The group, led by a man known only as Mkonyovo, is believed to have been operating in the shadows for years, preying on the vulnerable and desperate with promises of wealth, power, and success. The discovery of their gruesome practices has left the community reeling in shock and disbelief, struggling to comprehend the depravity that lurked beneath the surface of their seemingly ordinary neighborhood. Section 5, Mkonyovo's Reign of Terror, unveiling the man behind the mask. Mkonyovo, the enigmatic figure at the center of this horrifying tale, is a self-proclaimed traditional healer, known for his powerful charms and potions. He arrived in the community a few years ago, quickly gaining a reputation for his ability to solve problems, cure illnesses, and bring good fortune. However, beneath the facade of a benevolent healer lay a sinister mind, driven by an insatiable lust for power and wealth. Mkonyovo preyed on the fears and superstitions of the community, convincing them that the only path to true success lay in dark magic rituals. Rituals that required the ultimate sacrifice, a human life. He carefully cultivated an aura of fear and obedience, surrounding himself with a loyal following who believed him to be invincible, untouchable by the laws of man or nature. His followers, blinded by their devotion and driven by their own desires, willingly participated in his gruesome rituals, convinced that they were serving a higher purpose. But Mokonyuvo's reign of terror was short-lived. The police raid brought his dark empire crashing down, exposing him for the fraud and murderer he truly was. The price of power, human sacrifice, and the pursuit of wealth. Mokonyuvo believed human sacrifice appeased spirits and brought wealth and power. He convinced followers that spirits craved human flesh and blood. Victims were lured with promises of jobs, then drugged and murdered. Their body parts were used in rituals to transfer life force. Rituals involved chanting, drumming, and animal sacrifice. The air was thick with blood, incense, and fear. Section 7, a community in shock, unmasking the depth of the horror. The discovery of Mokonyuvo's gruesome operation has left the community in a state of shock and disbelief. Neighbors who once exchanged pleasantries over fences are now haunted by the knowledge that such horrors were taking place right under their noses. The victims, many of them young men and women who had come to the city in search of a better life, were mourned by their families, their dreams shattered, their futures stolen. The community grappled with guilt and shame, questioning how they could have allowed such evil to flourish in their midst. The police investigation revealed a network of collaborators, individuals who had aided Mokonyuvo in procuring victims, disposing of bodies, and keeping his operation hidden from the authorities. The community, once a place of trust and shared values, was now fractured by suspicion and fear, as neighbors turned on each other, wondering who else might have been involved in the horrors. Section 8, The Lost Generation, Exploiting the Youth for Evil. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of this tragedy is the involvement of young people in Mokonyuvo's gruesome rituals. Many of his followers, drawn to his promises of wealth and power, were teenagers and young adults desperate to escape the cycle of poverty and despair that plagued their communities. Mokonyuvo, a master manipulator, understood the vulnerabilities of these young minds. He exploited their lack of education, their desire for a better life, and their susceptibility to peer pressure, molding them into willing participants in his dark schemes. These young people, robbed of their innocence and their futures, now face an uncertain future. Many bear the psychological scars of their involvement in the rituals, haunted by memories they can never erase. The community faces the daunting task of rehabilitating these lost souls, helping them to heal and reintegrate into society. Section 9. Scars on the Soul of a Nation, the Enduring Impact of Darkness. The terrifying events in the Congo and South Africa have left an indelible mark on the soul of the continent. They serve as a stark reminder of the challenges facing Africa: poverty, inequality, superstition, and a lack of access to education and healthcare. The outbreak of the mysterious disease in the Congo has exposed the fragility of the healthcare system and the vulnerability of communities living in remote areas. The monkeypox outbreak has further highlighted the need for improved sanitation and public health measures. In South Africa, the discovery of Mokonyuvo's ritualistic killings has shaken the nation to its core, exposing the dark underbelly of society and the persistence of superstitious beliefs. The case has also raised concerns about the exploitation of vulnerable populations and the need for greater social protection. Section 10, A Call to Action, Hope and Healing for a Troubled Continent. While the events in Africa are deeply concerning, they also present an opportunity for reflection and action. The international community must come together to support African nations in their efforts to address the root causes of these crises. Investing in healthcare, education, and economic development is crucial to breaking the cycle of poverty and empowering communities. Promoting critical thinking and scientific literacy can help to dispel superstitious beliefs and prevent the exploitation of vulnerable populations. Strengthening law enforcement and judicial systems is essential to ensuring accountability and ending impunity for crimes like those committed by Mokonyuvo and his followers. Addressing the psychological trauma inflicted on victims and communities requires a concerted effort to provide counseling, support, and rehabilitation services. The road ahead will be long and arduous, but it is a journey that must be taken. The future of Africa depends on it. By working together, we can help to heal the wounds of the past and create a brighter future for all Africans, a future free from fear, superstition, and the horrors that have recently come to light.